Today we will be testing the RSI Screener V1. But before we do, if you have not watched the first video on the channel and all the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. There is also a link down below to sign up for Tradingview. You can save a little bit of money if you use the link below to sign up for your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Lastly, if you would like a list of all the indicators we have tested along with their win rates, but you aren't interested in watching all the videos on the channel, you can sign up for our $9 Patreon, and you will receive the complete list of indicators. We also would like to introduce our Patreon exclusive Discord channel. As a $9 Patreon, you will be invited to join an exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators and links for the MT platform, give you winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the RSI Screener V1. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 51 different strategies, with 13 of them being profitable. We've also tested a total of 586 indicators, with 242 of them being winners. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. So go back and watch those videos and see what you can get out of those winning indicators. And keep in mind that we test all these strategies and indicators on the Forex market, but they can be applied to just about any market universally. Alright, so today's indicator is the RSI Screener V1. And you can't quite see it on screen here. Let me zoom back just a little bit here. Scroll back here. And now you can see these areas of green and red with these dots on the lower side or on the top side there. I can go in and I believe it's these ones here. I can go in and I can turn up the opacity there to 30%. There we go. And that makes it just a tad bit easier to see those little areas that we're looking for. And so the setup on this is pretty easy. Now this indicator is very close to being a standard RSI, but not exactly. I put the standard RSI on screen and took a look at it and compared it to these areas of buy and sell that it is giving us. And like I said, the RSI, the standard RSI, was very close, but this one was slightly different. And so anytime I see a slight difference like that, I always think it is worth giving it a test just to see if a slight tweak can really make a difference in a particular type of indicator. So like I said, the setup on this is when we get a green background like this with these green dots, then that means that the price action is down into the oversold area. And then what we will look for is when the green background and green dots disappear, we would then go long. On the reverse side, we look for the red kind of background, red shade there and the red dots. that means that the price action is in the overbought area, and we would look for that red to disappear, and then we would go short. So that's what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and get on with the testing and see what we can get out of this. All right, so the first signal that we pick up is a short signal. You see that we get that red shaded background there with a red dot. And then once it disappears, short there. Consolidation for a while, price action just kind of rode sideways, crunching in on itself before it made the little push to the downside right here, which definitely got us to our take profit. So let's go ahead and continue on. All right, so that's going to put us at the end right there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, now would be a good time to say that if you are interested in excelling your trading knowledge, I highly recommend that you join our Patreon only channel on our Discord server. You can find a link to our Patreon down below, as well as a link to our Discord. Once you sign up as a patron, it'll give you access to the Patreon only channel, where we post some really great advanced information about trading strategies, trading indicators, and trading philosophy in general. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you'll get access to the full list of indicators that we have tested. That comes in an Excel version and a PDF version, and you will get that full list of indicators showing exactly which indicators were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates. And you'll get access to an Excel sheet of all the strategies that we have tested that shows exactly which strategies were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates, and links to go back and review those individual strategies. And so there is a lot of benefits to becoming a patron of the channel, and it doesn't cost hardly anything at all. I highly recommend it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our indicator here. So pretty easy. We have the one trade here, the one signal, and we have one winning trade. And so obviously that is going to meet the 60% criteria, another 100% winner. Now, obviously, as I've said in the last couple of videos, as we've gotten a couple of these kind of here recently, is that I understand that one trade is definitely not a good statistical number for testing purposes. But in this specific step of the test, we are looking for what an indicator can do only in the 1 year time frame, just that 1 year, and to get an idea of how many trades an indicator gives within that 1 year. And then once we move on to the next step, which we're getting really close to, then we will put a more thorough test on all these indicators. There might be a threshold where any indicators that had less than X number of trades will default to a lower time frame testing, just because I don't think it makes any sense to use an indicator that only gives 1 or 2 signals in 1 year. And that is the reason why we do this step of the testing, to determine whether or not a indicator can even give a reasonable number of signals within 1 year. Because if an indicator only gives 1 signal even on just one particular year, then I'm sorry, but that's not a very good indicator, and not something that anybody is going to use for an extended period of time in their trading. And so For those viewers who say that, this testing is completely useless because it's not, doesn't give enough trades to have any kind of statistical value, then they are incorrect. This is the reason why we test it on the 1 year time frame to start. And then, like I said, on the next step of the process, any trades or any indicators that have X number of trades or more, we will then test across 1 year, or across a larger number of trades, so maybe 50 or 100, and we won't look at it being limited to just 1 year. And then, like I said, any of the ones that had less than X, then maybe they'll default to another time frame, a lower time frame. So that way we can squeeze it in a little bit more, see if it maintains a reasonable win rate. So, all right, that's it for this one. It is going to go on the yes list, and we will move on to the next indicator from here.